morning, Cougars. This is episode number 14. I'm Ashna.
And I'm Riley. Today is Thursday, September 1st, 2022.
Today is a B2 day. That means periods 2, 4, then 6.
We'll see you at the balloon launch today during lunch.
Thank you so much to Mr. Tran, Mrs. Haro, Mrs. Robertson, and Mr. Choi for volunteering to participate in the water balloon launch.
Unfortunately, sports tryout were postponed this week due to the heat.
Volleyball is still meeting in the gym until 3:30.
But if you can't wait for football, don't forget that Diamond Bar High School's Friday night lights will be illuminated for our next home game against Covina.
Kickoff is at 7 p.m., so come on out and check out Brahma football.
And don't forget to get in those envelopes, Cougars. Our goal for this year is $60,000, but if we reach $70,000, we'll mohawk Mr. Jung's hair and paint it red and yellow.
Club Rush is coming on September 22nd and 23rd.
Be sure to get in your Google form by September 9th if you're trying to continue or start a new club.
We look forward to having clubs on our campus soon to give you amazing opportunities.
Today, we're ending with a special Thursday's Thoughts brought to us by Mr. Tran and Mr. McKeller.
Have a great day, Cougars, and we will see you back here on Tuesday.
Hey, Chaparral students and staff. This is Mr. Tran with this Thursday's Thoughts. I have the privilege and opportunity to introduce you to one of our new teachers on campus. Some of you already know him because you have him for class. He's an 8th grade social studies teacher. He's joining us this year. So we want to give a chance for you all to get to know him a little better because he's now part of our Chaparral family. So this is Mr. McKeller. Say hi to him, everybody. Make sure you say hi to him. So Mr. McKeller, tell us, introduce yourself to us so we can get to know you a little better.
Right, so of course, right, Mr. McKeller. So I'm originally from kind of Torrance, kind of a little south from here in the area, but I went to college at University of Laverne. And I played baseball all the way through college, and that's kind of what got me out in this area. But yeah, so I got my degree from University of Laverne, and that kind of led me down the path, right, my degree in history. And I was a resident up here last year, and it kind of helped me get familiar with a lot of the students, a lot of the staff, and helped me kind of transition well to starting out this year here.
Great. Yeah, we were so happy to have you here last year, and now, man, to have you here permanently as a teacher. It's great to. So, tell us a little bit. Now that you're teaching full time, what inspired you to become a teacher?
So it would definitely be teachers that I had in the past. So a lot of my teachers, right, either they're making themselves available or just were very welcoming in their classroom and how they set up their environment in their rooms. And that's definitely the kind of teacher that I want to be. I want to be someone that's welcoming, right? Come in, right? And any issue, right, I can help you with, as well as, right, deliver quality education, right? And have a lot of learning history going on in my rooms as well.
Awesome. Okay. You shared that you played sports. Is that one of your passions? And what are other things that you're very passionate about?
Right. So definitely love sports, right? Baseball, football, soccer, basketball, all of that, right? But history, right, of course, is one of my passions. Right now, when I started going to school, getting my education, history was always the class, and social studies were always the classes that I was really just drawn to. And then I would say like nature, outdoors, animals, right? I love dogs, right? Big dog person, so I have a couple of dogs at home, so that's definitely something, right? Nature, outdoors, animals, right? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm a dog person too. We should share our pictures. And students, if you see Mr. McKeller, tell him about your pets. I'm sure there's
yes, please. Out there. Bring me all the dog stories. I love it.
Right, that's right. Okay. Well, to get to know you even a little bit more, if you could, what are 3 things in your life that are super important to you?
Right. So I would definitely say, right, responsibility, right? Trying to be responsible, right, figure for myself, just to be held accountable, right, for different help friends and families, but also to kind of mirror that with for my students, right? We set rules, expectations, and I try to mirror that as well for my students, right? So being responsible, respectful, right, and accountable are things that, and my students know, right, in my class, those are things that I take very seriously. And not only in my classroom, I try to project that as well and be a good role model, right, to have that for them to see it, for me to do it as well.
Great. Well, yeah, what it ties in, you just shared about this, because this month for our character education, one of the things that we are highlighting is responsibility. Do you see that in your students? How are our students showing that to you in your classrooms?
Right, absolutely. Yeah, all of my classes throughout all my periods are definitely showing right being responsible, right? So being responsible and using time in class wisely to work on either it's homework, assignments, or projects, or studying for tests, and making sure that right they're staying focused and they're working hard at what's presented to them, right? And once they get an assignment, when they get a project or a test, right, they take it, they see it, right? There's not too many moans and groans, right? They take it, they get the material, and they tackle it, right? And they complete it, and they complete it to a high degree. So definitely seeing responsibility seen all over my periods.
That's great. Well, Chaparral students, good job modeling that.
Yes, doing great,
That
doing
Mr.
great.
McKeller. That's great. Let me end with this. Just so if students see you, they can talk with you. What are your hobbies or interests that besides some of the things you've shared, are there other things that you
Right.
do?
So I do like watching baseball. I like to go to a lot of like baseball games or just sporting events. Like I used to have season tickets for the Rams, but they got a little pricey, so I couldn't I couldn't get them anymore when they moved to the new stadium. But I like to like hike, fish, different things like that. I do like a little bit of video games on the side, right? But definitely like to and reading as well. So I like reading all bunch of different things. If it's just stuff with history, if it's just different kind of novels and things like that. But kind of have a couple different things I like to do. But reading is something I'm definitely passionate about as well, and trying to get done more and more, finding more and more time to read more and more books. So any recommendations, right? I always love to hear different books to try to read and different recommendations.
Great. Well, Mr. McKeller, thank you so much. We're so glad you're part of our Chaparral family. Our 8th graders, please take good care of him. Make him feel welcome. He sounds like he's going to take good care of you this year too. So if you see him around, everyone say hi. Remember,
Yes.
This month is responsibility, and Mr. McKeller is modeling that. So let's all do that for each other as well. All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Have a great day.
All right, guys.